Hi folks, my name's Chuck New, and I'm with Winking Pig Barbecue, and you're watching another episode of Chuck's A-Cookin'. And today we're going to make sausage gravy. So, it's a pretty simple recipe. I think anybody can master, really easy, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So follow along with me. Come on over. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with a little heat under our pan. There we go. Now I got 1 pound of bulk sausage here. I'm just going to plop this down into our pan like so. Get rid of that. And then we're just going to take a spatula and begin to break this up. Now this is one recipe, and there's not many, where I prefer my non-stick skillet to my cast iron. And first of all, the cleanup is considerably easier in this non-stick skillet. And second of all, my sausage gravy, or gravy in general, is one thing where I think I can get a metallic flavor coming out of my skillet. Like I said, it doesn't happen often, but gravy is one thing that I prefer in my non-stick skillet. Okay, so I've got that broken up a little bit for now. As it cooks, we'll break it further down, and it'll break down easier as it cooks as well. Now, I like to stir mine quite frequently because the object here is not really to fry it like you would a sausage patty. You're just looking to brown and cook the meat through. Not to really fry on the outside, but make like a crust on the outside. Which I think they call the Maillard process, if I pronounced it right. I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it exactly correctly. That is the process by which certain flavors are developed. I actually learned that way back when I was quite the home brewer. And you have to learn the different malts that are involved. Okay, see how much easier that breaks up once you start putting once it starts browning just a little bit. Now, already we're starting to get pretty close because there's just a few little places of pink that I still see, but I want to take all the pink out of it. When I no longer see pink, that's how I know it's ready to go further. And so, in that vein, I'm going to get a 1/3 cup of flour here. Set that here and have it ready. Now the amount of flour you use can directly affect how long it takes to thicken your gravy. At the same time, if you use too much flour, it can make your gravy taste off. We don't want it to taste like dough. Okay, so I am no longer seeing any pink in here. And I'm going to take my 1/3 cup of flour and I'm going to just kind of sprinkle this all over the top, just like so. Yes, I am. Get it out of there. Okay. I'm just going to mix that right in with the sausage. It's going to absorb the fat. So about you don't see any raw flour at all. And we want to go ahead and stir this just a little bit because we actually do kind of want to brown the flour just a bit. Not too much, because the more brown you get it, the less thickening power it's going to have. Now I got right here, I've got 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And we're just going to mix this in because unless your milk and flour comes seasoned, I'm not saying it doesn't, but it probably doesn't. And it doesn't really matter if you mix it in now or later. Okay, we don't want to scorch the flour, for sure. Now, I got about 3 cups of whole milk here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Now, I'm going to just begin smushing this great sausage is in here. And that's going to release the flour from it to allow it to begin thickening. Now, if you're like me, I like mine a little spicy. So I'm going to take a little crushed red pepper and doctor it up. This is not a necessity. The salt and pepper pretty much is. Now we need to bring this to a boil, because that is when our flour is going to reach its maximum thickening power. I want to stir it once in a while, especially as it begins to thicken. As it begins to thicken, you can scorch it on the bottom. I can see some steam starting to come up off of it. That's a good thing. And you can actually begin to tell that it's starting to thicken a little bit right now. Alright, we're just beginning to boil here. And you can see we're starting to thicken up real nicely here too. Now, how thick you like your gravy is totally up to you. There you can see it's coming together really nicely. If you watch, you can see when I pull across, you can actually see the pan there for just a brief smidgen of a second, you know. I like mine a little on the thick side, and we're getting there very quickly. And another thing you gotta understand too, this will continue thickening as it begins to cool. There you go. I think that's looking pretty good. Now then, it is time to get a spoon, and you're going to want to taste it. See how it is for salt and pepper. Now that's a little on the salty side for me. And you might want to go with a teaspoon to start. This is actually the first time I actually kind of tried to put measurements to it. But it's tasting very good. Alright, I am going to turn the heat off on this, and we're going to move it over here to my work surface here, and we'll take it a little further. Alright, so if you watched my video, look up in the right hand corner, you will see where we made biscuits. Homemade, almost buttermilk biscuits. So I've got some of those sitting right here. Just like that. Now we're going to take some of this gravy, put it right over the top of our biscuits, just like that. And we are set. So follow me over here. You know what time it is. Okay folks, I hope you've seen how easy this is, and anybody can do this. This is absolutely one of my favorite breakfasts. fact, I need to take 2 tastes. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I'm giving you the confidence that you too can do this. The only change I would make, I would start with a teaspoon of salt rather than a tablespoon and work my way from there. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll stay tuned for more, because there's always more to come. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe.